Okay, so today I wanted to do a video. Sorry about the lighting. Okay, that's just gonna be like that, I guess. Okay, so I wanted to do a video today talking about choosing a brokerage. Once you pass your real estate test, that's the next thing. You have to find a brokerage that will sponsor you, and that's where your license is gonna be held. So, first things first is you want to research for brokerages in your area. Look up, like the best brokerages in your area. Look up the highest rated brokerages. I went on literally Glassdoor. I looked up other employees that rated different brokerage companies. So do your research ahead of time, because you're going to want to narrow it down to like a few that you want to interview in person with, because you can't really, I guess you could, but there's, I don't even know how many, maybe like 30 plus brokerages maybe in your city. So you don't really want to be going in person to all those. So narrow it down to like maybe 5 of your top choices. I think I did like 6 that you think sound like pretty promising and you want to learn more. So you go in person for an interview. You could probably do virtual now, but I recommend going in person, just being safe, wearing your mask and everything, just so you can get a feel of the office and like the other agents and just how things run. And it's great to meet the manager in person, because they're the ones that you're going to be reporting to. They're the ones that, directly oversee you. So you are still an independent contractor, but you still have to work for a brokerage under a manager, and their job is pretty much to help you out. It's not like they're going to be micromanaging you. Maybe some places, but for the most part it's just like to support you and everything. So the brokerage earns money through you, so whenever you make a commission, you're going to give some of that back to the brokerage. So it's really important that they have a great support system for you, and that they're there to answer all your questions and help your business grow. So some of the things that you're going to ask when you go in person to the interview, specifically training, is a big thing, because as a new agent you're not going to really know what you're doing. It's going to feel overwhelming. So you want to be with a company that provides great training. Like, you're going to want to do multiple weeks of training. Make sure they have great people that are great trainers, and also a manager that you feel comfortable with going to questions, because especially with me, like my first deal, I had so many questions. Like, I was just constantly calling, like all the time with everything. I was like always reaching out to my manager, and like she's been really great and answered all my questions. So that's really important, as a manager that you're really comfortable talking to, and someone that's like not gonna get impatient. I don't think any manager should, but just like helping support you, and knowing like you're not alone on this. So a manager is really important, the one that you meet and talk to. If the manager's not doing the interview, huge red flag. So just make sure you have like overall good vibes with the manager. Aside from that, something people always ask you about is commission splits. And to be honest, as a new agent, you're not gonna have a great split. There are companies that are smaller, not as well known, that do offer like 100% commission and stuff like that, but I chose not to go that route, just because I knew as a new agent, having like a bigger company name is gonna help my business grow, because I don't have years of experience. But like, if a client was talking to me and knew that I was a new agent, and I could say, well, at least I have this company on my side, then it's going to be a big plus for me, because they don't know me. I don't have like 100 reviews and reputation in the city, but if my company is really big and has like a great name in the city and has been around for years, it's a lot better chance that they'll be trusting me. That's how I see things. So I'm sure some of the 100% commission brokerages are fine, but for me, and I think for most agents, it's better to start with a bigger company that has a lot more support and like a reputation behind its name. That's what's important to me. But something that is important, because a lot of big brokerages are they're going to start you at a lower split. It's not going to be like 90% commission for you. You're going to have to give up a pretty big percentage to your company as a new agent, because you haven't really brought in anything. So the one thing that is important that people don't think about is asking, how can you advance? Like, how much do I have to sell to get boosted up in commission, or do I have to be here a certain amount of years before I get raised? And for me, I wanted it to be the more I sold, the more it went up. So it doesn't matter if I'm still new, but I'm selling a lot, then my commission would be going up a lot. So that's what was really important to me, is making sure like it was fair. Like if I sold and I was still in my first year, then it could go up and go up this much. And my manager broke down like how much I would need to sell to go up a certain amount and that kind of thing. So next thing, so training is really important. Commission like potential is what I want to say. Like, you know, like when could you move up in your commission? Having a great manager that you feel comfortable with, really, really big key. Some brokerages, well, not many offer leads. Some do offer leads. People say that, you know, it's not the greatest leads in the world and you still have to give off a referral fee, but to me that was something I wanted, that there was a potential that they would be offering me company leads. And a lot of places don't offer like leads, but they'll do like rental leads, because a lot of people don't want to do those. So that's something to keep in mind too if you're okay doing rentals. And also another thing is how they're going to market you. So ask about like, you know, are they going to provide you with business cards, like a website, bio, like how are they going to help you out with the marketing? Is like really important, because you're going to need help, because I didn't know how to set up a website or, you know, make myself fancy looking business cards or anything. So that's something really important too. And also something you want to keep in mind is fees, because all brokerages differ. Some have really high like desk fees, some have royalty fees, you know, stuff like that's going to vary a little. But two things, this is in the state of Illinois, I'm not sure about other states, but two things you're going to have to pay no matter where you go is joining the association, like Chicago Association of Realtors. You have to do that. And then E&O insurance, so errors and omissions. It's just like insurance to protect you and your brokerage in case you like totally screw up a contract, or I don't know, if you kind of mess something up in terms of real estate law and, you know, you need to go to court, that's something that's going to protect you. So that's very important to have. And then you have to join the association and that kind of thing. So just like little fees, make sure you know everything up front, what you're going to be paying, how much they're going to be paying you for commission when you do start selling and stuff. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much it, the main things. You know, your manager's they're going to want you to join. You're pretty much interviewing them instead of my baby. Say hi, baby. Stassi. So yeah, they're going to be interviewing, you're going to be interviewing them, because they want more agents on their team for the most part, because, you know, once you make a commission, they're going to get a split of that. So they want you on your team for the most part, but you want to make sure they're the right fit for you. So don't be afraid to like ask them a lot of questions. Make sure you feel comfortable. You know, you don't have to make a decision right away. I always just said, you know, I'm still looking at my options, and then, you know, I would interview. Like I said, I interviewed 6, and then I finally decided which one is best for me. And, you know, don't feel too much pressure, because you can always switch. Some places you have to be under a contract for a certain amount of time, I think, but for the most part you can switch brokerages. You just have to let them know. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to go over some of the main things about choosing a brokerage. It's not too complicated. Just reach out to the ones you want, set up an interview, you know, ask all your questions. You know, they know you're new, and no question is a dumb question. So, and never be afraid to stop asking, even once you're working and you're out in the field and you're like totally lost. Just give your manager a text or call. If they allow that, they should. So yeah, that's all. Thanks for watching.